Hi, I'm Dr. Sandra Villarreal Montgomery, President and Instructor with Viamont Educational Consulting. Today I'm with the lovely
Dr. Kate Rodriguez with My Healing Center.
Beautiful. Dr. Kate, I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk about how we define SMART.
Love this topic.
Yes.
I think that there's so many different kinds of smarts. Like, I grew up always hearing oh, they have common sense or street smart, and then there's the book smart. But I think that there's so many more different kinds out there. Like, I don't even think I can name all the different kinds. There are people who are super artistic and creative, and to me, that's a different kind of smart. There are certain people who can woo and get along with all different kinds of people from all different backgrounds. That's us. That's a different kind of smart that a lot of people don't have. There's people that can pick up languages. There's people who can, there's so many different kinds of smart and so many, and it's not all going to be measured with one test or one application or in traditional school or, everybody has a different kind, and I think that those should be appreciated more.
I love that. And as an educator, we studied different learning strengths. So you can be physical environment, and you can have a spiritual strength. You can have more of a mathematical strength. There's a variety of different things that you can have. And you're right, there's tests that measure some of our levels of SMART, but there's some things that you can't measure without actually having the experience, being with someone, seeing them in action, seeing them in emergency. I mean, I can't imagine firefighters, policemen, some other people that have to think on the spot and doing that. How do you measure those type of things? How do you measure a true artist? Mm-hmm. That is very subjective. The art world may love something. Your mom may have something else that's her favorite. Or so yes.
It's so different for everybody. There's so many different ways. The wittiness, you had mentioned that earlier. There's so many people who are real quick at comebacks and or just really quick on the spot, and that how do you measure? Oh, you're really good at being sarcastic. No, but
are you going to be a comedian or an actor with that? How do you channel sarcastic?
Yeah, so there's just there's so many different strengths out there, and I think that in society have learned you're either book smart or you work hard or you're this or that. Which box do you fit in? And I think that there's so many more boxes out there that we just don't even know about. And you don't have to fit into one of those boxes. You could be so smart that you created your own container. I think that we need to appreciate it so much more, because I think a lot of kids in the education system, sometimes they're bad testers, or they're just not the book smart, and they start to feel bad about themselves, and they need to understand that there's other things, there's other ways to be that can be just as valuable or more valuable. And so if we can teach kids to accept those things or identify those things, then their self-esteem can be higher and they can go farther.
I love that. And you brought up a very good point about self-esteem and being awareness, because they've done studies that show that perseverance and grit and drive will actually get you farther sometimes than IQ. Because you can have an amazing IQ, but if you don't have the grit, the drive to anything, if you stop as soon as there's an obstacle, or if you can't, if you don't really feel like, competing or doing whatever, then it doesn't get utilized in that way. So, and I really also love, I have this image now of if you're in one of those home organization stores where they have all the containers, and I'm like, ooh, this one has acacia wood on the lid, and that one's purple, and this one has a pull-out thing, right? Look at how fabulous all these containers to hold our things are. we are different containers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of them are in different ways. So I'm gonna probably create a graphic to put at the end of this, where we have the little containers and
I
they're
always
different.
have some kind of random image in my head when it comes to mental health.
But I love it. Mental health. You pick your own container.
Yeah, you don't have
design
to
your own
fit into
container.
a box. You know, there's so many labels that we've grown up with and that we've learned, and sometimes there's not one that really like feels like you. You know?
Good point.
And so I think that it goes beyond what we know.
Exactly.
I know, I'm getting on deep at the end.
I know. We'll get metaphysical here later. So we'll have a graphic, a metaphysical discussion about beyond who we are.
There you go.
Maybe that'll be a little workbook study
Yeah.
later. You never know what we're going to do with it.
Love it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you for viewing. I hope you found this helpful or at least a little amusing. Figure out what your box looks like and enjoy. Take care.